IVM.
I'm Zarina Poonawala, host of the Empowering Series podcast on the IVM network. I am your peak performance coach and leadership coach, and I'm here to share with you productivity tools, life-altering techniques, and real-life hacks to help you achieve your maximum potential in everything you do, in your relationships, professions, and most importantly, your life. So let's thrive, grow, and evolve together, one episode at a time. If you followed me in my previous episode, we talked about what emotional intelligence really is. And we talked about how it's you kind of understanding, managing, and responding to your emotions and those of others around you. Now, you may want to know how you can actually put emotional intelligence into your daily routine, right? How do you practice it? How do you exercise it? Because it's one thing to know what it means. It's another thing to actually be able to put it into practice. So I'm going to give you a nice jump start here. It's what you're going to need to kind of get onto that bandwagon of emotionally intelligent people. And of course, with plenty of work to do. So I want you to call this my EQ bulletin. That's right. What you're going to do is you're going to use any space around you. If you're working from home, put it on a post-it. If you're probably in office, put it up somewhere on your desk. If you're just around, put it in your closet. Just stick it up somewhere, but you put your EQ bulletin out there for yourself. It's a simple 5-step process that I have curated as part of my emotional intelligence course. And it helps cover the 4 components that we discussed earlier, along with motivation. All right. And like I said, it's a great jump start. So let's get on with it. Step 1. Keep a pocket journal, or you can make notes on your phone if you wish. I'm kind of old school, and in that sense, I kind of go with paperback and pencil or pen. That works for me, but whatever suits you and whatever works for you. You need to keep yourself a pocket journal. What you're going to do is journal answers to these 3 questions daily. All right. You could choose to do this during the day or at the end of the day. So try and absorb what your day feels like. Try and absorb a situation, a scenario, a feeling that you predominantly felt during a day. So here are your 3 questions. First, how do I feel about this? Second, what do I feel like doing with this feeling? And third, what should my response to this feeling be? So what you're doing is you're breaking this down completely for yourself. Try and do this on a daily basis. This is the first step to your EQ bulletin. All right, answer these 3 questions every single day. How do I feel about this? What do I feel like doing with this feeling? And what should my response to this feeling be? Because what you feel like doing and what you should be doing may not be the same things. This is going to help you to build that first component we discussed, self-awareness. You're going to understand your feelings better with this simple exercise. Moving on to step number 2. Listen to listen, not to respond. As cliched as it may sound, it is absolutely key to be a good listener. And if you want to know more about listening skills, you can go back to one of my previous episodes. Here is why listening is so important. If you relate it to empathy and social awareness, with EQ, you will realize that all you have to do is listen to understand. A lot of communication and emotional responses change just with listening more openly. And unfortunately, we don't land up doing that very often. Not only that, when we're talking about your personal competence, it's important to be able to listen to yourself. It's important to sometimes mute those sounds around you. It's important to be able to give yourself honest feedback and honest understanding, right? So listen to listen, not to respond. Step number 3. This is my favorite. Now, I heard this on a TED talk. I can't remember, but it kind of stuck with me. And I thought it's a fantastic sort of approach to emotional intelligence. Did you know that when you smile and make someone smile, your brain activity shoots up, which is equivalent to around 2,000 bars of chocolate? That's the adrenaline rush you give yourself and you may give somebody else just with a smile. So if you want, try it out today. Just look at the person next to you in case you have somebody next to you while listening to this. Of course, be socially distant. That's part of the process these days. Look at the person next to you and without saying a word, just look at them and smile. Look at the response you get. Just take up the smile challenge, because no matter what your mood or how bad your day, you have to make at least 2 people smile. That's your smile challenge. Just make 2 people smile with your smile. That's all you have to do. All right? No words, just your smile. If you're having a bad day, it might get better. And if someone else is having a bad day, you probably might be the reason why they forget their sorrows for that little moment, that minuscule moment in front of them. And that moment is enough. So please take up the smile challenge, no matter what you feel and how your day is, what emotions you're going through. Just smile and make somebody smile with your smile. A bit of a tongue twister there, but it's absolutely worth it. Step number 4. Be interested, not interesting. You heard me right. Be interested, not interesting. Do you know what that means? Look, when we learn how to be confident or lead or communicate effectively, all the focus usually is on being the interesting person in the room, right? How to attract people, how to be able to gauge a room, have everyone's attention, be the spotlight, communicate and engage an audience, right? So the focus is always about how do you be more interesting for people? But that's not it. That's not what emotional intelligence requires. Make yourself interesting, undoubtedly. Without a doubt, you've got to be interesting, right? That's your personality. Bring that out. But when trying to develop social competence, when you're trying to develop social awareness, empathy, building relationships, all of that, you require to be interested. You require to be interested in other people, in their stories, in their thoughts, how they feel, what they think, what they feel like doing about what they think. It's a great way to connect through passive communication and build perspective. So be as interesting as you can, right? Use your communication skills effectively. But when trying to practice EQ, all right, make sure that you are interested in other people, interested in their stories, interested in their lives, not out of curiosity, not for gossip, but for true, genuine understanding. All right, let's come to step number 5 now. This one's my favorite. Don't take things personally. This might be hard, so hard, but how do you not take things personally, right? Someone's abusing you or calling you names or calling you incompetent. How do you behave like it wasn't said to you? How do you not react? That's the beauty. Emotionally intelligent people choose their battles wisely. Not every conflict is worth their time, and they have a broader standpoint about how the world thinks, how the world works. So they have this ability to understand why someone is saying what they're saying and how they're feeling. They just know, they understand, they try to understand. And it could be coming from a place of pain or suffering or misunderstanding or miscommunication. And maybe sometimes if somebody is hurt and somebody is saying something to you, it's only fair to think that yes, I could have done something wrong after all. But emotionally intelligent people, they can give all of these an objective, unbiased outlook without taking things personally and reacting, let's say, irrelevantly or impulsively. So it's really important to get this right. You have no idea how important this is, because if you know when to not take something personally, life just gets so much more easier. I mean, it's just less hurt, it's less pain, it's less trouble, it's less expectation. It just feels so much better because you know how to differentiate, you know how to channelize, you know how to compartmentalize, and that's beautiful, don't you think? So those are my 5 really important steps to emotional intelligence and how you can actually put it into practice on a daily basis. And I'm going to leave you with some food for thought here. So take this away and absorb it, and then try and use your EQ bulletin as effectively as possible. There is no such thing as a good or bad emotion. You can feel and experience everything. There are only good and bad reactions to your emotions. So next time before you react, let this kind of seep and sink in, understand it better, and then go ahead with whatever you like. Be safe, be well, be empowered. If you liked this podcast, don't forget to check out other interesting podcasts on the IVM network. You can listen to us on the IVM Podcast app or ivmpodcast.com. You can also follow us on our social media. We are at IVM Podcasts on Twitter and Instagram.
Hey, it's been another great week on the IVM Podcast Network. On the Edges and Sledges Cricket Podcast, in the first half, Ashwin is joined by Varun to wrap India's ODI tour of Sri Lanka. In the second half, DJ joins the party to discuss the first T20 international between India and Sri Lanka. If you'd like to hear more about this match, former Indian cricketer Sabah Karim joins Rajiv Mishra on Khel Niti and they talk some more about it. Ladies and gentlemen, we're really excited to announce a new show about crypto with Rohan Joshi. He's going to dive deep and demystify all this crypto stuff that we've been hearing about. And let me tell you a little bit more about stuff that's going on the network really quickly. Congratulations to Maru Kinayat, who celebrates 50 episodes of The Note with a discussion on health as a fundamental right. On Paisa Vaisa, Anupam talks to Harsha Chetanwala of mywealthgrow.com. Zarina Poonawalla is starting a new miniseries on emotional intelligence. Do check out the kickoff episode on the Empowering series. And Simplified talks about semiconductors. Do follow us on social media. We're IVM Podcast on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. And remember, if you're enjoying this show, or any other show for that matter, please do tell a friend. That's really helpful for us. And finally, we would like to thank our sponsors on the network this week. They make this all possible. Thank you very much. CED, Cred, Global Victoria, Bank of Baroda, Intuit India, Lenovo, and CoinSwitch Kuber. We really appreciate your support.
Working Monday to Friday glued to your chair making you feel dull? Worry not. Get your 5-minute weekly dose of travel around the world with Postcards from Nowhere. Join me every Thursday as I explore the strange, obscure, and fascinating parts of the world and bring out facets of travel you may not have thought of before. You can find us on the IVM Podcast app, website, or wherever you get your podcast from.